Hey you guys, this is DeAndrea and this is SimsNotes, a let's play. Let's go. So we're hopping right in. We're creating Zaylee from Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy ID. So as you can see here, we are in Create a Sims, and boom, we're trying to create Zaylee to look just like the character from the book. So that being said, we have to make sure her eyes are bright and wide. We have to make sure she has beautiful lips, beautiful nose, because she is our African queen. She is from the land of Orisha, and at the end of the day, she is a diviner, so she needs to look simply divine. So she has silver hair, she has full lips, and in the thumbnail that I put up there, she had some dark lip color on, so I make sure she had that. As you can see on the side, on the left hand side, we have some traits for her. All in all, her aspiration is to be magical, and she is also ambitious. She is a fashion designer, and she is hot-headed. As you read in chapter 1, I'm not going to give too much away, but honestly, I feel like you all should have read chapter 1 by the time you watch this video. So this video becomes like a synopsis for you, while you are kind of, coming here to kind of understand what just happened. What did I just read? What is going on? So this kind of just will give you a picture of what we just read. I feel like this is also kind of a fun way for us to come together, make comments, suggestions on the way that we see things. I would honestly love to hear you guys' opinions on how you would style Zaylee, and also what are some traits that you probably would have given her if you're into Sims, if you like Sims. I believe that she is a firecracker. She's passionate, she's fiery, she is determined. So, to me, she's much like the astrological sign Aries. And that's Western astrology. But if you all were into African astrology, y'all let me know. What kind of characteristic does she have that you would see? But yeah, this is Ellie. Alright, now we're on to Mama Agba. Mama Agba is a fiery woman as well. She is tough, but she is loving and super nurturing. That we can already see that in chapter 1. And so this video is just gonna talk about chapter 1. This is just going to focus on the characters from chapter 1 that we see. And Mama Agba is the owner of the Ahide, and she has basically a dojo / seamstress shop in Ilorin, and this is where most of our characters are starting from. So she kind of is a mama figure to not only Zaylee and her brother, but she's also a mama figure to the other young ladies that are part of her practice. She's teaching them the way of the staff, or how to wield the staff, and that is a way for them to protect themselves. And many of the young women who are part of the school, I'm guessing that they lost family members, mothers, magical family members to the great massacre of the Magi back 11 years ago. 11 years ago. So what we're learning about Mama Agba is that she is an elder who is very wise, outspoken. She's going to be tough on them, but she wants to make sure that they are protected. And so I styled her in a way that gives her an elder look, but she's also a seamstress, a fashion designer, and so she's gonna have some style to her. But I would try to make her pieces simple and kind of reflect where she's at. So here's Mama Agba's Ahire. All right. So I found this lot in the gallery, and so I'll link in the description the person's the creator's name, so that if you guys want to put this in your game, you can. I put some new things in the game. So first, what you see Mama Agba on is the sewing machine on the fashion designer mod by Ozzy and Miriam, and she uses that because this is her seamstress shop that doubles as an hire, or kind of like a dojo, to teach the other young ladies the wield of the staff. So what you're seeing right now is a bedroom. It has 3 beds. This came like this from the gallery, but I figured that I would create a space for the 3 young ladies that I have staying on this lot, which are diviners slash Casitan, that are under Mama Agba's tutelage. So they will stay in this space. This space is kind of more true. It's, we're in a mystical land. So it's kind of suspended in time. But I didn't want to make these items too modern. The looks and the places where they're staying are not going to be very modern, because we want to kind of get into the theme and the area that they're in. So I actually put this lot in Sulani, if you can't tell, because it's by water, but it's also very much like sandy terrain and desert terrain. So this is basically like a village in Alluring. This is a kitchen. Thought that was a pretty straightforward kitchen. Everything is pretty much, they're living off of the land. They wash and bathe. They're near a beach. You see the sand. And Zelia doesn't live too far from there. So let's get into chapter 1. So here is Yemi. This is Zeli's first arch nemesis in the book. This is the first person that we see Zeli having a true problem with. Yemi is Cositan, but she's mixed with Orishan. And so she has fairer skin, dark hair. You can tell that she doesn't really have the same traits that Zeli has. But what we do learn is that she's she's a master of the skill, almost a master of the skill of the will of the staff. And so I styled her to be very sophisticated looking, very courageous, but she has the mean traits, the overachiever trait, and the fashion designer trait, because she's also part of the school. But she wants to be seen as someone who is very high up in skill. So there is Yemi, and I ended up naming her Yemi Cositan because I could not find her last name. So she's just going to be Yemi Cositan. And there is Yemi in her leatherette top and her flowy skirt. So you guys, I really just wanted to make her a beautiful structured character. Let's get into the gameplay. So what we have here is kind of a background. This is Zeli at the front, Mama Agba, and another side character, which I named Zima. She's just another silver-haired diviner. This is a place where Zeli is really asking for Mama Agba to spar with Yemi. And so she does it. She goes for it. So right now you're seeing Zeli spar with Yemi. And what we find out in this sparring is that Zeli is very passionate, and she's super determined to get her flowers. She wants to, be on top. She's competitive, baby. So not only are her and Yemi like, you know, enemies, but it also like pushes Zelly to her where she needs to be. Zelly gets into an altercation with the guards that end up showing up at Mama Agba's Ahire. And this basically is a like an indication of how the kingdom sees diviners. Like they see them as less than scum. And Mama Agba ends up coming to Zelly's rescue. Even though Zelly was trying to protect her, Mama Agba ends up protecting Zelly. The guards were asking for taxes that Mama Agba obviously didn't have, but she gave what she had, and Zelly lived to see another day. Anyway, that was our synopsis for chapter 1. Subscribe, like, and share, please.